Check this out, guys. This is how most industrial websites look online. Low keyword visibility and low website traffic. And this is how an industrial website looks after some improvements and some proper SEO work. Every day, B2B manufacturers are missing out on qualified leads, and not because of their products, but because their websites don't show up where engineers, buyers, and procurement teams are searching. But here is the good news, because for some first improvements, you don't even need a full relaunch or complex coding or anything. So in this video, I will show you 5 fast SEO fixes that we already used in over 50 industrial company projects that actually delivered real results. Definitely stick around, because number 5 is something that even many agencies completely overlook. So let's dive in and boost your visibility on Google and AI-powered search fast. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Robert and I've been supporting B2B companies with professional search engine optimization since 2018. And if you also would like to generate more visitors and leads via your website, definitely get in touch with me at robertsieges.com for a free SEO potential analysis. The 5 fixes we are talking now about vary all in their impact and in their speed of implementation. So we are starting now with the fastest SEO fix. That's number 1. And then we go through them and we end with the most impactful fix, number 5. So quick fix number 1 is fixing the meta texts. This one is definitely the most easy, but also one of the most overlooked SEO wins. It's your meta title and your meta description, especially on your product and service pages. Most B2B manufacturer websites, they use auto-generated text, or worse, and I see that so often, they just leave them blank, or their CMS is putting some random stuff or just a brand name there. Even though the meta texts are the first impression on Google, right here, this is the meta title, this is the meta text, and this is what your clients and visitors see first before entering your website. And it's also the first data that AI models today, like ChatGPT, Perplexity, etc., crawl to understand your website, your brand, and your offering. Let's see an example here. Number 7 here, when I Google CNC cutting London and I got search result number 7, this is a bad example because they're not using the space they have to place their service. It's just East London CNC. And this is their brand name, so probably their CMS just put the brand name there. And then we have a meta description. I don't even know if that's the real one. CNC cutting for individuals, artists, and companies. That's quite okay. We don't know, maybe Google pulled it themselves from their website. Google is also doing that. If the meta texts are not good enough for Google SERPs, then they pull it themselves. But let's check out some good ones here. And we see that in the first positions, they use their space pretty well. CNC projects, cutting service in London, they do CNC projects. That's also a bit long. CNC wood cutting services, CNC workshop London. Okay, that's pretty clear. Wood cutting services with CNC. With CNC cutting and all processes under one roof, reassure your project is completely quickly and efficiently meeting even the tightest deadlines. What's missing here is definitely a call to action. For example, request here or something like this, or visit our website. That's also some improvement, but we will see that later how you can do that. So what exactly should go into your meta tags? Your meta title should include your main keyword of the site, for example, CNC Service London, should highlight the product or the use case. You do that if you put the product there or the service, but you can also expand that a bit with a USP or highlight. And optional, you can end with your company's name, but most content management systems already do that automatically. Your meta description, on the other hand, should be written like a Google ad, so sell the benefit. For example, when you have a description like, let's see how we did that, for example, for the SEO industrial agency here. As an industrial agency, we help B2B industrial companies to become visible. Okay, that's a benefit. Increase utilization. That's another benefit. And we offer a free consultation when you contact us. Another benefit. Plus, call to action. Okay, consultation here that goes in the same direction. Ideally, you stay under 160 characters for the meta description, so it's entirely visible on the SERP, so on the search engine results page, like this one. To check your meta text, you can also use a meta title checker tool like this one. You can also do that with ChatGPT, but in the past ChatGPT was pretty bad in counting letters, so it was inaccurate. But this one shows you already how it would look like on the real search engine results page. So we can do it like this, put the title here, and we put a description here, and then we get a preview of how it will look like in the search results on desktop and on mobile devices. That looks pretty good, not too long, not too short. Therefore, even if you don't change anything else on your industrial website, fixing your meta text can already give you a measurable boost in visibility, which is pretty similar to our next and second fix on the list, which is fixing the headline structure. Big one. This one is about headlines, or more specifically, your H1 to H2 or H3, sometimes even H4 structure within the HTML code. I can show you how that looks when we have, for example, our website here, the service page Industrial SEO Agency, and we can use SEO-META in one click to check the headline structure. Then we see, okay, this is the H1, H2, H3. It kind of looks like a content table, or it looks like a bachelor thesis or something like this. So it's pretty structured. And what most companies don't do is structuring their HTML headlines in the right way. So for many, it looks completely messy. But HTML structure is so important because if Google cannot understand what your page is about, neither can your potential buyer or an AI crawler. So let's take a random industrial spare parts company here. I was just Googling it and I found this one, number 9. Yeah, this is a pretty short page. And headline structure, yeah, they're missing out on an H1 here already. So your headline structure always should be one clear H1 with the main keyword, logical H2s covering the benefits, industries, specs, or for example also your services, what you're offering, and optional H3s for further structuring under each sections. Rarely we use H4s, and 5 and 6 would be possible theoretically, but usually we don't do that. Yeah, we have a free consultation, that's our H4 here, but otherwise we only have H1 to H3. Therefore, if your site reads like a wall of bold text and oversized product names, Google won't know what's important, and neither will your visitors, also not AI models. You can use this tool, what I'm using here. It's called SEO-META in one click, and it gives you the full overview of each headline structure, so you can check your website with that for free. Not sponsored here, definitely put the link in the description below. And remember, a clear headline structure isn't just for SEO, because it helps your technical buyers scan, trust, and act faster, and that's exactly what good SEO is for. Number 3, boost keyword visibility by adding content. From more than 50 B2B manufacturing SEO projects, I can definitely tell that the next one is a really big lever for industrial websites. And many manufacturing companies didn't fix it before. So boosting your keyword visibility by expanding your existing content. And that's an easy fix for everyone who wants to gain some quick short-term improvements in their visibility. But let me be clear here, this isn't a full SEO strategy, because a professional approach always includes proper keyword research, competitor analysis, and a structured keyword mapping across your entire website, like this, for example. Okay? We have an example of a carbon manufacturer here, and we mapped out the full spectrum of their offering, of their informative keywords, of their products, etc. This is what we do before creating content. So if you're serious about becoming visible in your industry long term, you can book a free consultation call here on our website. Then we can help you out and show how to build a strategic SEO foundation and create content based on a keyword mapping that actually drive leads. But if you're looking for a fast, low effort win, creating content, what I'm showing you now as an addition, can also definitely help fast. Let's check this example again of industrial website. What we see here is the typical image, high domain authority, so a lot of backlinks, but low traffic and keyword visibility. And this is because the content is too thin. But then again, with this project, we expanded the content. So we added more value, we added more words, more keywords, and therefore we see a gain in the organic traffic and in the keywords. So how to expand too thin content? We can use a simple trick here and do that with ChatGPT. So let's say you have a website similar to what we saw before with the industrial spare parts, like this, okay? Just an example, I don't know the company, I just found them during this video on Google. And if you now want to expand a headline, for example, about your industrial spare parts, like this, okay, then we can use ChatGPT and a prompt for that. So we put the following prompt here in ChatGPT: act like an SEO content strategist for B2B manufacturing and expand the following paragraph into 200 words. Then I give them as well the focus keyword, which is industrial spare parts. I give them the URL. This is the URL we just found randomly on Google right here. And I also gave it the paragraph that we like to expand here. Okay. And please reply in English language because my model actually works in German right now, but we can also do that in English. So it gives me now the optimized paragraph, optimized by the keywords. So it adds the keywords here. It gives me the bullet points and adds some words. So we get to like around 200 words probably. So yeah, this way you can easily expand your website content that already exists with ChatGPT without doing any big research. Therefore, before you invest in more backlinks or website relaunch, just try this, add depth to the content that you already have, and you might already be surprised how much visibility you can unlock with that. Google also rewards relevance, and relevance definitely comes for more depth. But again, this isn't a full strategy, but it's a step in the right direction. And if you want to go beyond quick fixes, you know where to find us. If that was helpful so far, now wait until you hear fix number 4 on the list: optimize your Google business profile. And this one is very basic, yet we constantly see it neglected, even on multi-million euro industrial websites. Your Google business profile has to be optimized. And yes, for B2B firms, optimizing your listing can definitely bring qualified traffic and trust, especially for local manufacturing businesses, but also for internationally ones with multiple locations. Let's see if we can find a typical industrial listing here on Google. I just looked for carbide manufacturer UK. This one is a good example, okay? We see no logo, pretty old photos, if at all. I don't want to click because I don't know the company. It's just something that I found on Google. Okay, we have a phone number, that's good. Address, that's also good. We have the opening hours and the socials. What I don't see is the offerings. Where are the services? Where is the description of the company? No keywords in there. That's all missing. Also, no reviews. Okay. I don't see any ratings here from that company. For procurement teams or engineers doing supplier research, a Google profile like this definitely screams outdated company or not trustworthy because there are no reviews, for example. Even if they can find it, they don't really develop trust from such a Google profile. So it's very essential to add the missing pieces here. a custom description with keywords, a service list, for example, precision laser cutting, custom enclosures, a correct category, also very important, for example, contract manufacturer instead of just manufacturer, a branded logo, and fresh images. We did that here. Fresh photo, location, we have the reviews, the number, phone number, you can book an appointment here, you can read the reviews here, we have a description here, the link to the socials. So we try to get it all together to get a fully optimized Google business profile. So therefore, even if your clients don't walk in your front door, they still search you on Google. And if your profile is the first thing they see there, then it has to be optimized. But not only your clients check your business profile these days, also AI models like Perplexity, ChatGPT Search, and Gemini crawl it and make listings in the model possibly based on exactly that data. So always think of your Google business profile as your digital front gate. Clean it, optimize it, and make sure it represents your brand the way your sales team would. Okay, I hope this one was valuable for you, but wait now until you hear fix number 5. This one is a true game changer for manufacturers. Turn PDFs into Google traffic. If you're like most manufacturers, your technical know-how, technical data sheets, and product data might be hidden inside downloadable files. Here's a real example for that. If I Google for a norm in the niche of carbide manufacturing, the DIN 15471, the first thing I get is a PDF file. It is visible on Google, yes, but if I click on it, what I don't see here is the company, the brand, the website, the listing itself. I don't know if they're related services or products. So there's no exact keyword targeting here, no structured content, and no ranking potential from that PDF. Not to mention that the PDF file is probably pushed out of the search results anyway as soon as another page offers similar content directly on the website. Be that website who offers real content in HTML format. So what to do exactly here? Extract the key content from the PDF. You can also use ChatGPT for that or build a custom GPT for your company like I explained in this video here. Summarize the key data from the PDF sheet and create a technical data sheet as a chart that you can put on your website, just like this, for example. Okay, this is an example website, and this is how our technical data sheet could look like in a really structured way. Embed that chart then directly on your product or category page, and as an addition you can also link the downloadable file still below the full insides of the chart. Then technical data sheets and HTML code can be read by your clients and by the crawler of search engines, and therefore instead of hiding your best content from Google, you can put it to work this way. This is a quick fix but can definitely generate a lot of traffic for you. PDFs are for downloading, but if you want to be discovered, you need structured, searchable, SEO-ready pages, especially in the age of AI, where all generative models rely on structured data. Now you've seen 5 SEO quick fixes that you can implement right away without a relaunch, without code, and without a big budget. But let's be honest, quick wins are great, but they don't replace a real strategy. So if your goal is to build long-term visibility, consistently attracting qualified leads, and turn your website into a real growth channel, then let's talk. We've already helped over 50 industrial companies becoming visible across their entire customer journey with structured keyword strategies, conversion optimized content, and long-term SEO partnerships. Definitely click the first link in the description below to get a free consultation with us. We will then review your website, identify growth potential, and show you what exactly the next steps to more traffic and leads are. No pressure, just real insights. See you on the call or in the next video. Have a great day.